Hi everyone, and welcome to this beginner yoga flow where we focus on some of the most basic poses in yoga. This class is great for you if you are completely new to yoga or if you are practicing yoga for a while already but you want to connect back to some of the basic poses and focus on alignment. So let's get started in a seated position. Bring your hands on your knees. And let's just start to tune in our practice. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders down. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Relax all the muscles in your face and the spot between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Two more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Then open your eyes. Bring your left hand right next to you and reach your right arm up and over to the left side. Make sure that your sitting bones stay grounded down on the mat and that your chest stays open. So don't fall forward, but open up your chest so it feels a little bit like leaning back. And maybe you can look up to the ceiling under your arm. Great. Reach over to the left side, a little more, yes. Then come back to center, same on the other side, right hand comes down on the mat, left arm reaches over to the right side. Make sure that especially your left sitting bone is grounded down on the mat so that you feel this opening and this stretch on the left side of your torso. Again, lean back a little bit, open up the rib cage. And maybe look up to the ceiling. Awesome. Then come back to center and we do cat and cow stretches. For cat and cow, come to your knees and your hands. And we start in a table position. In a table position, your shoulder, your elbow and your wrists are in one line and your hips are over your knees. Bring the tops of your feet down on the mat and press them down a little bit. And also your hands should really press down into the mat. So spread your fingers wide and make sure that your middle fingers point to the short end of the mat. Pull your belly button in and first try to find a good table pose here. Great. And then with our inhale, we start from our booty. We lift the booty or the tailbone up, let the belly hang down, lift the chest and the head up high and look up. This is what we call cow pose. And with our exhale, we again start from the booty. We tuck the tailbone under, we pull the belly button in, we round the spine, we press into the hand and spread the shoulder blades wide and let the head hang heavy. Great. So let's do this 3 times. Inhale to our cow pose. Look up. Exhale to cat. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, pull the belly button in, round the spine, let the head hang heavy. Last one. Inhale, chest reaches forward. Exhale, round the spine, spread the shoulder blades wide. Great. Then tuck your toes and we come to the most loved pose in yoga, which is downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up high and back and come to this downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, you can start to bend one knee and then the other. and bring one heel down and then the other. And this really helps us to warm up the hamstrings. Great. So you should feel how it gets a little bit easier the longer we do this. Your hands are still pressing down into the mat, so we still have the hands in the same position as we had it in our table pose. Then find some stillness here. Maybe bend both of your knees. Bring your belly to your thighs and then lift your sitting bones up high as you can. And this is our downward facing dog. Let's stay in the stillness for a few breaths. Make sure that you distribute the weight evenly between your upper and your lower body. Great. Then look between your hands and start to walk your feet forward. You can bend your knees a little bit, and we come to our forward bend where we just let our head hang heavy and relax down. Your knees can be gently bent, so they should not be locked, just a gentle bend. Your feet are hip width apart. Maybe swing from left to right. You can grab opposite elbows here and relax. Great. Then let go of your elbows and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll up to standing. Your head comes up last. Roll your shoulders up and back to open up your chest. Your hands or palms probably face forward now because this helps you to open up your chest. And you are in a pose that's called mountain pose. So let's start to check in with our mountain pose starting from our feet. So your feet are hip width apart. You have a good foundation here. Your knees are gently bent, just a tiny bit. Your tailbone is tucked under. Your belly is engaged, so pull your belly button in. Your chest is open, your shoulders are relaxed, and your head and your neck is relaxed, and they are directly over your torso. Great. Our next pose will be a tree pose, so stay in your mountain pose, but bring your weight into your left foot and then gently start to lift up your right foot. You can bring your right foot down on your left heel, on the shin, on the thigh, or if you really want to go further, you can even bring it to half lotus. But for today, we just bring the foot on the inner thigh. Open up your hip here, so your right knee should reach back a little bit and try to find your balance here. So it always helps to have a vocal point in front of you. So try to find this. And if you fall, you just come back into your tree pose. Great. Maybe bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. And if this feels good, you can extend both of your arms up to the ceiling. And as you can see, I also fall out of this pose sometimes, and you can just come back in. Great. Relax your shoulders and focus on this vocal point in front of you. Then bring your hands and your feet back down, and we do the same on the other side. So weight comes into the right leg and lift your left leg up, bring it down on your ankle, on your shin, not on your knee, or up on your thigh. Find your balance here. Bring the hands to a prayer in front of your heart first. Yes, and if it feels good here, reach your arms up high, but relax the shoulders back down. Find this point in front of you again. Maybe it's the same point or it's another point. Great. Awesome. Then bring your hands and your foot back down on the mat. And we roll back down into our forward bend, the same as we roll down. So this time we start with the head. So start with your head, let your arms hang heavy, and slowly roll down to a forward bend until your hands touch the ground. It's okay to bend your knees here, that you can bring both of your hands down on the ground and step back to downward facing dog. We only stay here for one breath. So inhale and exhale. And then roll forward to a plank pose. So in plank pose, your shoulders are over your wrists and your body is one straight line. Let's stay here for one breath. And then slowly, with control, bend at the elbows and come down on the mat. Extend one arm to the front and roll over onto your back. Our last pose for today will be a supine twist. For a supine twist, bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your right arm out to the side and then guide your right knee over to the left side, only as far as it feels good, but keep both of your shoulders grounded down on the mat. Great. You can gaze up to the ceiling or over to your right fingertips. And I feel it always helps to take deep belly breaths here. This somehow intensifies this twist. Come back to center. Bring both of your knees into your chest and roll gently from left to right, just for a moment. Then extend your right leg out. Your left knee stays close to your chest. Extend the left arm out to the side, and we do the same on the other side. So guide your left knee over to the right side, only as far as it feels good. Both shoulders stay down on the mat. So don't fully bring your knee over and down on the ground. It can hover up in the sky. Close your eyes here and enjoy the twist. This is a great massage for our inner organs. And it's even said that this helps the body to detox all the toxins out of our body, because we are stimulating the inner organs here. Then come back to center, and we end the practice with our most important pose, which is Savasana or corpse pose. So extend both of your legs to the front. you can bring your heels to the outer edges of your mat and let your feet fall to the sides. And then bring your arms next to you and bring them a little bit away from you that you can feel some air under your armpits. Relax your shoulders and your fingers. And then we start with our feet to relax one body part after the other. So start to relax your toes, your ankles and your feet. Relax your shin, your calf, your knees, your hamstrings and your thighs. Relax your hips, your pelvis, your belly and your lower back. Relax your upper back and your spine. Relax your fingers, your hands, your wrists, your elbows, your arms and your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks. Relax your nose, your eyes, your eyebrows and your forehead. Relax your ears. Relax your hair and your mind. Savasana. Slowly come back to your body. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Stretch your arms over your head. Stretch from toes to fingertips. And then roll over to one side to this fetal pose, symbolizing rebirth after corpse pose, which means that after each yoga class, there's a new start. You can start all over again. Then come up to a seated position on your mat. Cross your legs in front of you and bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.